Demonic possession is just the evil spirits using man to play football. You think that the demonic person is the only person that is mentally deranged? As far as Jesus Christ is concerned, it's just a category of demonism. There is mental demonism. You have the religious evil spirit. You have the physical. You have moral. And then you have societal. And I'm interested in that societal because the societal defines the cities. You see all the cities, you find different places. For example, Titus chapter 1, verse 12. If you go to a place like Crete in the time of Apostle Paul, you may become a liar because the poet wrote and said that the Cretans are liars. There are societal demons. There are countries you will go to. You will become a liar. It will take you lying to live in that place. Because the lying is not an issue with them. Unless that you do what you are supposed to do. That's societal demons. You know that in Mark chapter 5, from verse 1 to verse 20, if you read from verse 10 to verse 13, you will see that the demoniac said, don't cast us out of this city, the Gadara. Which means those demoniac are territorial demons of the region of Gadara. They pleaded with Jesus, don't cast us out of this city. And asked Jesus, let us go into swine on the mountain. And pleaded with Jesus. I'm not talking about the pleading. I'm talking about societal demons. You come to church and demons are cast out of you. So you think that the demon goes to the Sahara Desert. No, it does not go to Sahara Desert. The territorial demons will come out and start looking for somebody that didn't go to church to enter. Or maybe enter another person in the church sleeping. By the time the person wake up, he start behaving like the other person that they have been delivered. Don't you see it in the church? When you go to church, you sleep. You don't know that when a demon is being cast out, you will tell Jesus, you see that person sleeping there. Please don't send me out of this church. Let me enter into that person sleeping. And then by the time you wake up, the other person is okay. The next day, it is now you. You don't used to sleep in the church, but you start sleeping in the church. Because the demon of slumber has entered inside of your life. He doesn't want to leave that church. Read that Titus chapter 1 verse 12. One of them said, a prophet of their own said, the Cretans are always what? Liars. One of their own said that the Cretans are always liars. In other words, if you get into the region of Crete, you may almost do what? Almost become a liar. If you go to Athens in those days, Acts chapter 17 and verse 16, you might become an idolater. There are cities that you enter. You may not be able to pray. You may not even be able to be a Christian. Because the city is an idolatrous city. And the principality of that land will not allow you to operate. I'm talking about societal spirits, demons in the society. That's why when you see people that talk about delivering the land, you think that they don't know what they are doing. Most of the time we criticize things. God said, if my people that are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray. He said, I will do what? I will hear them from heaven. I will forgive them and I will heal their land. There are land that need to be healed from poverty. Are you hearing me? There are land that need to be healed from wardom. Read that place.
Why Paul was waiting for them in Athens?
Why Paul was waiting for them in Athens? Okay. Paul was deeply troubled by all the idols he saw everywhere. Look at that footnote 719. You should not go to live in any city. Find out the characteristics of that city first. Some cities are highly demonic and crime infested. If you get there, you might lose your faith and eternal life. In fact, you might even lose your natural life. Untimely. Many people have lost their lives untimely because they went into cities they didn't have the grace to operate. I'm talking about men of God. A man of God can get to Sodom. You may become a homosexual because it's a way of life and begin to preach it, it doesn't matter. Because the way of life of those people. And himself might also become a homosexual and will fall in love with a man. Because that is what? That is the spirit that ruled Sodom. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That's the spirit that rules Sodom. See Revelation chapter 18 from verse 2. Demonic cities and stronghold. It says there, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Then the commentaries here says, page 1065, James Snook. The commentary here says, there are cities that are more the habitations of evil spirits than others. Pergamos was the seat of Satan, Revelation 2:13. Ephesus was the headquarters of Diana, Acts 19:15 to 19:28. Therefore, Paul suffered so much at the hands of bulls of Ephesus, as he explained to the Corinthians in 1 Corinthians 15 verse 32. Babylon that then was one of such headquarters of foul spirits. Likewise is this Babylon of prophecy, that is the financial capital of the world, which shall be destroyed by fire. You can't dodge it. That is why Iran does not need to get nuclear weapon. That's why Iran should not get nuclear weapon and ballistic missile, because there's already something prophesied in the Bible that there is a city called Babylon now, spiritually, that will be destroyed by fire. And that is a nuclear attack. There are only few nations of the world that can do that in the time that will come. And they're ready to do it. That's why Iran must never have nuclear bomb. They know that you will destroy them, but they will try everything to sink your financial capital. They will try, because it's already prophesied. It's already prophesied. Whether you like it or don't like it. It's already prophesied by God in his time when it will come. So if they cannot get it now, then it means that it's a long time to come. Every city has its one demonic strength or another. There are some cities that are enmeshed in merchandise and prostitution. Every city has its own demonic character. Even your village. Your village has its own. That's why you behave as you behave, because you come from village. Your village has its demonic characteristics that you need to be delivered from. He said that Christians are liars. In the city, when we came here in this city here, in those days, you know why the people of this city in those days, why they used to have a whole lot of children out of wedlock? Do you know that they don't dress like that again? If you came here in those days, either because of poverty or because of ignorance, most of their women will tie wrapper. Do you know that?